Hello, everyone. Trump just signed an executive order that stops new green card holders from entering US for the next 60 days. They also added some clauses for reviewing work visa holders or non-immigrant visa holders. So we'll cover all of those details in this short video. So as you can see, this is the proclamation that is signed by President Trump to to help the situation of U.S. labor market. And this is the confusion that was created 2 days ago that is going to block U.S. immigration, and then it was clarified yesterday, telling that it's not going to be the complete block, but only for certain green card holders. Yeah. So if you look at the summary of the executive order, it is not different from what was actually told. So it is signed to protect U.S. labor market from new immigrants. So the reason for that is, basically when new green card holders come into the US, they have no restrictions and they can work and they can compete with existing American workers. So that will actually increase the supply in the market. And in fact, so far about 22 million Americans are unemployed. So looking at all of these situations, they've actually considered this, move. That's what it tells in the executive order, and it primarily impacts new green card holders that are planning to enter. So these are people who are getting their immigrant visa. So immigrant visa is something that's given for a typical green card recipient that you get at a consular post in your home country, and then using that you try to enter America. So these are the people who are impacted, and it also applies to people who do not have proper travel authorization. If you don't have an advance parole and you traveled, then you're actually stuck, or a transportation letter, these kind of things as well. And also this will start effective from April 23rd, which is basically tomorrow, and from 11:59 p.m. and it will be applied for 60 days. Yeah. Yeah. And it can be extended. Again, this will be reviewed later point of time. That's what it's written in the proclamation. So we'll see how it goes. Now, the bigger question is who's not impacted, right? If you look at who are not impacted, so these, I mean, the first and foremost, right? If you are already a green card holder in lawful permanent resident status, it doesn't impact you, yeah. So this is very, very clear. And second one is if you're a physician or a nurse doing healthcare related things, and if you are a new green card holder, immigrant visa holder, you can still enter because this is critical for American healthcare system. So these medical professionals are exempted. And if you're an EB5 immigrant, essentially who invest 750K or 1.5 million, whichever that number, right? They are also eligible for this, and they can also enter. And if you're a spouse of a US citizen, you can still enter, right? And if you are under 21 and child of and a child of US citizen, then also you can apply based on IR4 and other visas, yeah. And if you're part of US Armed Forces and the spouses of US Armed Forces and children, they also can enter. And also, if there is any special recommendations given by Attorney General, they also can enter because these are based on US interest, right? Also, similar other visa holders like special immigrant visa holders also can enter. And anything, right? Anything that the US considers as a national interest, they all can enter. So this is what these are the set of people who are not impacted by this executive order. So all of these people can enter America, or if they're already in US, nothing impacts them. Yeah. So that is the part. So besides that, there are also many other visas. In general, if you look at US visas, right, there are quite a few visas, and it's very hard for someone to list all those visas in the proclamation or the executive order. So what we have done is we have actually put up a list, right, of the common visa holders that actually are in work visa, dependent visa, student visas, and all of them, right? As you can see, these are not explicitly mentioned in the Trump executive order, but we're assuming that these are excluded because they're not included in the scope of the executive order. So if you're H-1B visa holder within US, already in US, it doesn't apply to you. You can work, you can apply for extensions, you can apply for transfers, change of status, RFE, you can apply. I mean, they can even respond to RFEs. Nothing stopping, right? Or if you are a new H-1B applicant selected in lottery, it doesn't impact you. They can file H-1B petitions. This does not apply to H-1B visa holders who have approvals out and but are waiting for stamping. Right? It doesn't apply to them. All H-4 holders, H-4 EAD holders doesn't apply. You can continue to apply for extensions and see your change of status. Or if you're an F1 student, no PT, STEM OPT does not apply. I mean, B1 holders, B2 holders, it doesn't apply as well. L1, L2 holders doesn't apply. Or if you're even you have green card processing going on within US, and you are applying for I-140 or doing adjustment of status using I-485 or applying for using I-130 form, all of these, doesn't apply. You could technically apply for, adjustment of status. It is not really classified as an immigrant visa. That is why these are all excluded and doesn't have any impact, right? Or if you're doing a labor certifications with in a perm process, the department layer shouldn't apply also. Also, if you're a non-immigrant looking at getting a migrant visa, then also it doesn't apply. So these are basically, we have picked up some of the common ones, that people are classified as non-immigrants and which is not explicitly mentioned in there, and we put in a list so that you're all clear. That's the thing. But this all of this information that you see in this table is not explicitly written telling by your visa holder, because there are, I don't know, 25 to 70 visa types, and it will be hard for the proclamation to include all of these things. Yeah. But nevertheless, these are all not impacted. And what is the biggest thing that there is a clause that was added at the end, which says that within 30 days, as you can see on the screen, within 30 days, uh, you know, the advice is for Department of Homeland Security and Department of Labor to actually review the current non-immigrant programs, which are nothing but any programs, work visa programs like H-1B visa, L-1, all these programs are part of the non-immigrant programs, right? Review all of them and then look at recommendations to stimulate U.S. economy and and to help with hiring and employment of U.S. workers, right? So what this is meant, what this means is that Trump is asking USCIS and Department of Labor to look at the work visa programs, because these are the people who enter U.S. and can create competition for U.S. workers, right? In one way or other. That's why he's asking them to look at so the typical visas that would fall under this are all the H-1B kind of visas, L-1 visas, all of these, right? I mean, they're one way or other, right? Or even if you're going through perm process, right? So all of these are somehow impacting in indirect way, right? So that's why he's looking at all of them. And we don't know what will happen in the next 30 days, right? So that's why we believe that this is something that we need to watch. I mean, we can speculate a lot of things, but if you're a non-immigrant on H-1B visa or any of these visas, you need to be very much prepared and look at all the backup options, and then plan for all of these things. Anything can happen. These are unprecedented times, right? And does president has the power? Yes, he has the power to issue an executive order to pause entering of these non-immigrants under regulation, if they're outside of US, right? If they're, so this is, he has authority to stop non-immigrants like H-1B holders or other visa types to enter US. Yeah? So, but if they're already in US, we don't know what will happen to them, right? So again, this is something you need to discuss with your employers and attorneys and then make a decision. Overall, it is not too much different from what was told. So yeah, stay put. And again, thank you for watching. Do subscribe, for updates. We will continue to post and keep you updated. Thank you for watching.